favorite here tonight. Two fast break teams. Lots of highlight reel plays. Doris, what can either side do to try and slow down the other?
Well, both teams love to take turnovers and turn them into highlight reel dunks. So one, you've got to take high quality shots, take care of the basketball, make sure you're getting good shots every trip, Kev.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Thompson are up front. George Hill out there with J.R. Smith. Fades away, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
You know, his whole career from Syracuse to the NBA, Melo has always been dynamite in the mid-range.
Thompson sets the pick for Smith. He dishes it to Thompson. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Here's Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Boy, when Westbrook has got that outside stroke going, he's super dangerous. The one weak spot in his game early was the long-distance shot. No longer.
Now here's James. He picked up 24 points in their last win against Boston.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Hill. Westbrook dishes to Adams. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. The screen from Thompson. There's the pick. Hill kicks to Smith. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Shot clock at 6. Deep 2 from Hill. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
There has to be a willingness to take chances, jumping for steals, getting out in passing lanes, and all of that worked in their favor.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Paul George missing from long range. And Hill is good for 3. Hill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Westbrook passes to Adams. Outside, George. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
There's a good screen. There's the dish to LeBron. Lays it up and banks it in. James has got his second bucket of the night.
That's it. When LeBron is working near the rim, his strength becomes readily apparent.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. Anthony on the wing. Outside Westbrook. No good again that time. The Cavaliers leading. LeBron kicks to Hill. Dishes it to Thompson. LeBron against Anthony. And the dunk by James.
Boy, bump them all you want. If James has already started his motion on a scoring chance, little you can do about it.
Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Puts it up. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Westbrook against Hill. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Chance now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for George.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
When you look at the Cavs bench, you certainly see a lot of veterans over there. LeBron wants teammates he can trust in the heat of the playoffs. From the opening tip, he's been active and working for good looks. He's been pretty accurate.
Here's Hill. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. The screen from Thompson. Launches it. Rebound by Anthony.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
He's a natural-born scorer, Carmelo. He just makes everything look easy.
The screen from Thompson. James outside. And Thompson kicks to James. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Smith. The Thunder pull it in. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
I think the goal always is to control the glass if you can. It ends up giving you extra possessions that typically lead to extra points.
And the Cavaliers with possession here, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's LeBron, and Anthony sends it back.
Oh, Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
Smith the pass to Thompson. They need this.
You know, just a good play there from Melo to get a hand up to challenge the shot. Love that effort.
LeBron against Anthony. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Right side Westbrook. Plenty of space. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here is Hill. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, George Hill is the maestro in the pick and roll, a capable scorer and passer.
Lob pass to George, and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. George Hill, 4th.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Smith dishes to Thompson. Screen by Smith. On the wing, James. 6 points for him. Yep, it counts. LeBron's got 8 points.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
Outside, George to the right side. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Buries it from 3-point range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Hill kicks to LeBron. Over Anthony. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Anthony sets the pick for George. And it's off from 3-point range. Passes it to James. Pass to Smith. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Screen by Adams. Pass to Ferguson. Back to Anthony. Adams with the screen on Thompson. Here's Anthony. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. James, the pass to Hill. There's a screen. The screen from Thompson. Just 5 to shoot, so they take the lead. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Kevin, I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
Screen by Adams. Now here is George. He's tightly guarded. Count it. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony. You look at the success that Coach Billy Donovan has had both at the college level at Florida and his first few years in the NBA at Oklahoma City. Doris, he very much feels at home in playoff and pressure situations.
Well, certainly Billy D has a lot of experience managing a team in a postseason setting. This is a guy who always tinkers during the regular season to find different angles to help his guys. Billy Donovan, one of those guys increasingly who you don't want to see in a 7-game series.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Toronto. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers, 6 games out.
And I think for the Cavaliers, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And their job now is a simple one. Keep doing exactly what they've been doing and get themselves in the best position possible for the postseason.
Here's Grant after Jeff Green's bucket. Back to Grant. Patterson, the screen, puts up a 3. No good from Grant.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Changes up, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Doris, a lot of great catch-and-shoot players in this league, but who's the best right now at creating space for his shot off the dribble?
I'd say, respectively, the point guards that we saw in the NBA Finals, Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving, and they go about their business a little bit differently. Obviously, it's the handle of Kyrie Irving and his ability to not only navigate tight spaces, but his ability to finish with both hands and the creativity and the English sometimes necessary. For Steph Curry, it's the majesty and the danger of guarding the three-point shot, which then he combines with that ability to shake and bake and go off the dribble. Really tough contains both of them.
I like how you mentioned the finish, because the finish sometime you can get in there and make it look great, but you can't get the 2.
You got to put the points on the board, baby.
Nice shot by Felton.
Well, Felton definitely likes getting open from beyond the arc. A solid perimeter scorer.
Nance a screen. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense is right there. Felton against Nance. He doesn't hit that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Here's Grant. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, how about the opportunistic Jeremy Grant taking it strong on the drive? Love it.
Outside, Green. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Over Felton. The shot, no good. The Thunder with the lead. Grant outside. From 11 feet away, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Nance a screen. Hood dishes to Nance. He kicks to Clarkson. And there's the call on Felton. That is his first foul of the game. .32 seconds left in the first. Clarkson kicks to Korver. Nance sets a screen for Korver. Shot clock at 5. And here's Green outside. The rebound by Grant. And here now the Thunder. Upside Felton. Shoots over Korver. Felton can't get it to go. Here's Clarkson. Off target from outside. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Protecting that rim early on. That's been a big factor for them tonight.
I'll tell you, rejection after rejection. The other team having a tough time scoring.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Oklahoma City right now, Grant is out there with Eustace. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the two-guard spot. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And Patterson kicks to Grant. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Cavaliers leading. Clarkson with the ball. A 17-point game for him in the win against Boston. They kick it out to Green. There's the triple. Here's Nance. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Clarkson passes to Hood. Green, the screen. Here's Clarkson. And it's off from three-point range. Oklahoma City shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And, Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, if you think back to last season, guys, the narrative was that Russell Westbrook had zero help on this roster. To be completely honest, I thought it was unfair to the pieces that were around Russell Westbrook and the job they did playing their roles to exactly the standard this organization wanted.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. And what the fans are saying is that Westbrook, Doris, just needs more help around him.
Well, certainly the acquisition of Paul George should relieve some pressure on Russell Westbrook because now he's teamed along yet another superstar.
Now, here's Grant. A 14-point game for him in the win against Memphis. Lock at 6. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Oklahoma City trailing. And Patterson kicks to Abrinas. Outside, Felton. And it's Grant in the corner. For the three. Connects from three-point range. Grant's got 5.
Well, Grant is going to have to expand his range. And how about the confidence on that jumper?
Clarkson kicks to Nance. Nance a screen. Hood dishes to Nance. Back to Hood. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Superb awareness from Rodney Hood. Outstanding at recognizing an opportunity to send a message on the jam.
Screen by Grant. Felton sets a screen for Patterson. Here's Abrinas. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Now, here's Clarkson. Nance passes to Hood. In the corner, it's Clarkson. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. And now a 3-point Cavalier lead.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Abrinas kicks to Felton. Patterson, the screen. Grant, right side. The three. He can't get that one, and Cleveland will come the other way.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
The shot's good from Nance.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. Doris, you graduated as your university's all-time assist leader. What do you think is the most important trait for becoming a great guard, a great playmaker?
Well, I think obviously you have to have a pretty good handle because generally you're going to absorb some pressure in the middle of a game. But I think the other part of that is, Kevin, you've got to be someone who enjoys watching someone else score as much as you enjoy scoring yourself.
I think this makes you such a great analyst because you had to know as a guard everybody's role and everybody's movement on a certain play.
You know, that's a great point. I've always said being a point guard is the perfect position to come at an analyst job from. You're 100% right.
So both teams making some changes here. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Cleveland.
It really struck a nice balance between long-range shooting and also attacking the rim. That keeps the defense off balance and keeps things flowing offensively.
Thunder trailing by 5. Here's Ferguson. Screen by Adams. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Second shot opportunity. Green with the block. James kicks to Hill. Got a hand on it. Here's Ferguson. Left side Adams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, Doris, beside what he brings to a team on the court, Steven Adams also helps the team in the locker room with his presence.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You can hear it in the way Steven Adams interacts with both the press and his teammates. He's a very personable guy. There's a sharp wit to him that can help ease tension within a team or sometimes, if necessary, with the media.
First one falls for him.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. And he can't hit the second. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Thunder trailing by 7. Left side, Westbrook. From the wing. That's short off the rim.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Hill has the open look. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got his 3rd rebound tonight. The 3. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Oklahoma City has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Now, here is George. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
For Oklahoma City, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
They throw good, Adams.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
James against Anthony. LeBron drives in, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Anthony.
You know what's remarkable to me is how durable and how consistently great LeBron has been. It almost appears to me, guys, he's superhuman. You expect at some point age will start to take its toll, but he's done an amazing job of using his body and keeping it right.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, LeBron. And LeBron is at an age where you usually see players in the downslope of their careers.
Well, certainly, Kevin, this guy, when you factor in playoffs and international play, there's a lot of miles on that body. You combine that with the fact that he's top 6 all-time in minutes, it's incredible how successful he's been. Remember, this guy takes extraordinary care of his body.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
Now, here is George. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's James. 6-point game. Pick up by Hill. James kicks to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Westbrook against Hill. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And you watch the Thunder play, and they are just so physical with teams. They will bump you inside and outside and do everything they can do to let you know they are going to lock things down.
Well, look up and down the roster, Kevin, and you're going to see very physical players. Steven Adams and Russell Westbrook set the tone. But you can't expect to play the Thunder and not be needing a little ice bath after the game.
Now that we're into the season, some small injuries and in some cases, Doris, big injuries have already occurred. Is this where a team's depth really gets tested?
You know what's striking and what separates the NBA from college basketball and any other level to me is the players on the end of the bench who could go a stretch of 5 to 10 games and not be at all a part of a rotation. But where an injury occurs, Kevin, they are forced to step in and contribute right away. And it speaks volumes about the level of professionalism for those players who are able to not play, to not be getting any minutes at all, and then step in when required and be effective. Truly an incredible thing.
Oh, great look at it.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
And they continue to control the glass.
Thompson off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Thunder trailing by 9. Outside Westbrook. Anthony dishes to Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Smith outside. The feed to Thompson. Smith the pass to LeBron. From outside the arc. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Thompson. Smith's got 6.
And that's JR's specialty right there. The defense can't let him have a shot. I don't care what kind of range he's in.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
Why don't we now look at the league's highest scoring teams? The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Cavaliers 5th.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. A 12-point game. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Cleveland's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. LeBron kicks to Hill. They set the screen. Smith outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. It's hauled in by Adams. Thunder trailing by 12. Here's Ferguson. Kicks to Westbrook. They need this one. George with no one around. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. Well, Cleveland shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Now Hill, 9 points in the game so far. The screen from Thompson. Smith for 3. Paul George grabs the miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Ferguson.
Well, that's just great work from Paul George to spot the open man. And at his size, he can see right over the defense.
And the Cavaliers with possession here after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Hill dishes to Smith. The screen from Thompson. Smith the pass to Thompson. And Adams sends it back.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
Here's Westbrook and the rejection by James. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Over Anthony. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Thunder trailing by 6. Outside Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Adams with the screen on James. The 3 from Anthony. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
LeBron kicks to Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for George. First in steals, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Ferguson. Cleveland also making some changes. Larry Nance is checked in for Tristan Thompson. Korver comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Clarkson in for George Hill. Here's Oklahoma City now. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Anthony dishes to Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
He's missed everything he's taken in this quarter, and it's making it very difficult for them to come back.
The reverse. Anthony with the block. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Grant comes in for George. And Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And Cleveland with a change here too. Hood's checked in. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
And LeBron James showing no signs of slowing up anytime soon, scoring with ease.
Felton kicks to Anthony. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. Count that bucket.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And here's Hood. He had 15 points last outing. 12 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. He feeds it to Clarkson. From 13, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson. He's perfect from the line this time. 5 seconds left in the first half. Patterson offline with his 3. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Cleveland ahead, up 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth in the first half. What's it going to come down to?
Well, obviously it's close. We know we're playing against a great team, so we just got to keep grinding and keep playing.
We'll see how it turns out, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's an interesting battle going on tonight. Ernie Johnson here with you folks alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. You are watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, this is a close game. Every point matters. Right now, they're not getting to the line much. To win this kind of matchup, you got to be the aggressor. You got to be, you just got to be aggressive. Let's just see if they can ramp up their intensity, Ernie.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. And the Cavs, once again, looking to will their way, Doris, to a title. Every year, the competition seems to grow fiercer.
Yes, but they seem to be a team that thrives on adversity. Think back to 2016 when they overcome that 3-1 deficit. Last season, it was the largest second-half comeback in playoff history. There's no quit in these Cavaliers.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. LeBron and Thompson are up front. J.R. Smith out there with Hill. And here is Hill, following Russell Westbrook's 3. Thompson, a screen on Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson, a screen on Adams. Osman tries again, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Now, here's George. Anthony drawing the double team. George passes to Westbrook. LeBron with the block.
He was tracking that shot the whole way. No chance LeBron was letting that get to the rim. Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
Thunder trailing by 8. Westbrook dishes to Carmelo. And George kicks to Anthony. Over James. Anthony's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's stolen by Adams. Here's Ferguson. He's got 5. Westbrook passes to George. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And it's 6 points for Paul George.
Well, you cannot let Paul George get going from there. As a solid and outside scorer, measuring that shot well.
And the pass to Thompson. Feeds it to LeBron. 6 to shoot. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, what a drastic change going from so sound defensively in the first half to not close to that in the second.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick, and if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can. And relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
That one is off.
I don't know what to talk about first. The explosiveness, the smarts. This guy, Russell Westbrook, one of the best athletes in the league, and just getting smarter and smarter about how to attack.
Good on the second free throw.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
Now here is Hill. He's got 9. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Hill's got 11 points.
I think it takes a lot to throw George Hill off his game. He is so masterful, so under control, even with a defender in his grill.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Westbrook. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. 14 points for Hill.
Now, I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Well, the Thunder are not one of the best shooting teams from outside. We know that. They know their strength of their offense, Doris, lies in their ability to attack the rim and get shots in the paint.
Right, because you have to consider the Thunder last year were last in the NBA in three-point percentage, yet second in the league in points in the paint. So when they are able to get inside on a team, that is when they are at their most dangerous.
Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Green, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And we take a look here at the shot chart for the Cavaliers.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
Down low, and it's George finishing it off.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's James. He's got 19. It's stolen by Adams. Anthony against James. Anthony dishes to Westbrook. The putback, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 6.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Here's Green. 5 points in the game. The screen from Thompson. 6 on the shot clock, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
LeBron kicks to Green. Cleveland moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Hill with it. Westbrook picks him up. Second chance shot. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, Thompson, just a spectacular athlete and so muscular. He is so crafty on how he draws fouls while shooting.
Well, we the North starting to turn out some players, right? Out of Toronto, Canada, Tristan Thompson. He doesn't have the most expansive offensive skill set, but guys, his motor is as good as it gets.
No good on the free throw. And Thompson, one of the most relentless rebounders in the NBA.
Well, this is the elite skill he brings to the table. His durability and nightly effort on the boards make him a hugely valuable player, worthy of that contract.
And the second free throw, good.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
Screen by Adams. There's the screen. Westbrook kicks to George. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And George Hill, one of the elite defensive point guards in the league.
Well, he's got all the tools, Kevin. He's a great athlete. He's got long arms, and, of course, the know-how to get it done.
And that one misses. Of course, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, you've been a courtside reporter, game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
And he sinks the second. The one thing we saw with the Thunder last postseason, Doris, is that when Russell Westbrook comes off the floor, this team sometimes lost its direction.
Yeah, but now with Paul George in the fold, it makes sense to stagger their minutes. That way they won't have such a dramatic drop-off if Russell Westbrook leaves the floor.
Here's LeBron, the Thunder making the shot. He dishes it to Smith. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Smith's got 6 in the quarter.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
You're just assuming at this point every shot he takes, it's going to go in. What a shooting performance.
Here's Ferguson. 5 points in the game. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Thunder making a switch here. Felton's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Rodney Hood's checked in for J.R. Smith. Westbrook with it. 18 points for him. The 3 from George. He can't get that one to fall.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
And it's James missing.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
Felton kicks to Westbrook. Back to Felton. George against Green. George passes to Adams. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from the top of the key. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's 10 points for George.
You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
The screen from Thompson. Back to Green. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And one of the focuses for Cavs coach Tyronn Lue has been looking to integrate Kevin Love more consistently into their offense.
Right, because Kevin Love showed in Minnesota he could be a go-to scorer. In Cleveland, he's had to figure out how to be effective as the 3rd option. But if you're Ty Lue, you want to keep your superstars involved and engaged, Kev.
Free throw drops for Jeff Green.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. Houston comes in for Anthony. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for George. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Then for the Cavaliers, Nancy's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Korver comes in for James. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for George Hill. Here's Abrinas. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Back to Patterson. Outside, Felton. Takes the 13-footer. Rebounded by Korver.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Thunder trailing by 11. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Doris, it seems like individual all-star and MVP voting is heavily influenced by how players' teams perform. Is that a good thing?
Well, I will say this, Kevin. I have a vote in some of the postseason awards. And if, in fact, I've got 2 players at the same position and I need some line of demarcation to separate one from another, a team's win-loss record may influence that. Now, you might say it's unfair, but sometimes the difference between a player making it and not making it is minuscule. I would say this to you, Kevin. I would like to see all-star teams go out to 15 players as opposed to 12. There are 3 teams, first, second, and third, all NBA. Why not have 15 guys on the All-Star team?
Excellent idea. This is a good chance here to look at the teams with the most second chance points of the season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Second, the Thunder.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
Now, here's Felton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Nance dishes to Hood. Cleveland moving it around.
You two players.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Oklahoma City's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. There's the dish to Grant. It's stolen by Korver. Passes it to Nance. Hood kicks to Clarkson. Nance a screen. And it's blocked.
Well, persistent defense on the part of Patrick Patterson. This guy anticipates the shot and says, no, sir.
Outside, Felton. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Now Felton. Pass to Abrinas. No good from outside.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Felton kicks to Grant. Back to Felton. Dishes to Patterson. And that one goes long.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Now here's Nance. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Eustace, covered by Nance. Here's Grant. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Hood kicks to Korver. Drops in the tray. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
Well, this is Korver's game, right? A phenomenal catch-and-shoot player. You know he's ready to fire on the catch.
Patterson, the screen. Felton kicks to Grant. Misses, and the dry spell continues. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Here's Nance. Lays it up off the glass.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Felton. Back to Patterson. In the corner, it's Felton. 5 on the clock. Fires from 14. Chalk up 2 there. Felton's got 5 now. And so here's Cleveland. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside Hood. 1:10 left in the third quarter. No good with the elbow jumper.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
It's stolen by Korver. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Korver with the ball. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Korver's got his second bucket.
Kev, we know Korver is used to having a hand in his face, but how about that? He's at the cup. He's like, hey, I've seen this defense before.
Now here's Patterson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Abrinas, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Green, the screen. Here's Clarkson. No good on the triple. Thunder trailing by 14. Outside, Felton. Shoots over Clarkson. Felton can't get it to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers lead by 14. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now, trust each other, and trust the loads. It's not just one-on-one defense, it's together.
Little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break. You think his team is listening?
You know, you also have to credit the other team. I always say, you know, they get checks on the 1st and 15th also. I mean, the offensive play calling is having an effect, and let's just see how they respond.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Felton is out there with Ferguson. Then there's Grant. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Abrinas in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first. Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Thunder trailing by 13. Felton kicks to Grant. Screen by Adams. Grant outside. Adams sets the pick for Grant. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Ferguson's shot is good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Osman, he's covered by Grant. Nance a screen. Osman. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Cavaliers lead by 13. Outside, Felton. Pass to Adams. Grant outside. Adams sets the pick for Grant. 6 to shoot. Nance with some nice D. The Cavaliers leading by 13. To the inside. Hood. The second effort. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Felton against Clarkson. Felton can't get it to go. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And a wide open look for Hood. Another 3 for Cleveland.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Felton kicks to Patterson. The pass to Ferguson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And the officials call a traveling violation.
He had played mistake-free basketball until that one, his first turnover of the night.
For the Thunder, Anthony's checked in for Patterson. Paul George comes in for Grant, and Russell Westbrook subbed in for Raymond Felton. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. James comes in for Jeff Green. J.R. Smith's checked in for Hood, and it's Hill in for Jordan Clarkson. Now here is Hill, and finished off by LeBron.
Yeah, history of great finishers in NBA history, but LeBron will top the list before it's all said and done.
Anthony, the pass to Westbrook. Adams with the screen on Hill. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Cleveland leading by 18. At the elbow, it's Thompson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Screen by Adams. To end the run. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Well, I don't think there's any question any longer about Paul George being an elite NBA talent. He's a remarkable shooter, exceptional defender, and most importantly, an incredible leader.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
The first free throw is good. And Paul George, the 10th overall pick in 2010 out of Fresno State. I'm not sure anyone realized, Doris, he'd be this good when he first got into the league.
No, you make a great point, Kev, because the physical tools were there, but his work ethic to keep adding layers to his game has been truly a thing to watch. This guy's got a chance to win league MVP before it's all said and done.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
Now here is Hill. They set the pick. The screen from Thompson. Hill dishes to Thompson. Over Adams. Thompson misses. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
There's the feed to Hill. He kicks to Thompson. The dish to Hill. Thompson sets the pick for Hill. Off the screen. Hits the front of the rim and out. Thunder trailing by 18. And George kicks to Westbrook. He feeds it to Adams. Screen by Adams. Passes to Ferguson. Outside, George. Adams with the screen on Thompson. George. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. LeBron outside. Osman, defended by George. To the inside. Osman, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Cavaliers lead by 20.
What instincts this guy has on the glass. Has a real knack for getting in tight and always being ready for the tip.
It's stolen. Westbrook against Hill. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Nothing the defense can do about George Hill. This guy exceptional at scoring inside thanks to his length.
And the call will be against George Hill. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Doris, the league would prefer that players stay in college a minimum of 2 years before entering the draft. Others have countered with straight out of high school in that approach. Which way do you lean?
I would say I would lean to allow these young men, if they're prepared and have the talent and ability to go straight from high school to the league, they should have that opportunity. We don't put restrictions on any other field of endeavor. If you're a great musician, you can go to New York City and make a living in an orchestra on Broadway. To me, if you're capable, you should be allowed the opportunity. This is America. We are a land of opportunity.
Shot clock at 5. Goes up at the stripe. Smith, no good. Oklahoma City's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. In the corner, George with it. Screen by Adams. Pass to Ferguson. From 12 feet out. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. To the paint. Here's Smith. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, I'll tell you, for a long time, the reputation of J.R. Smith, not ideal. But, a little bit of poor decision-making, unfocused defensively. He's really matured. He's gotten better on and off the court.
Two.
First one falls for him. And J.R. Smith, a natural offensively, but Doris's defense has come a long way too.
Amazing what winning titles can do. You start to appreciate what it takes to be successful. And you go back to his offense, though. A very good three-point shooter, even under great defensive pressure.
And he makes both free throws. Doris, wearable body tracking, such as sensors the teams use to determine stress load on players' bodies, how much they run during a game, during a practice, how fast they're going. Are we taking this thing too far?
You know, it's an excellent question. Listen, technology is increasing to the point where these teams now have a greater body of information with which to work. So I think just like we see in other areas of the game, analytics relative to team success, what's a good shot, what's a bad shot, the more information, the better. I think it comes down to an organizational decision. How much stress will we put on the information given by these particular body tracking monitors? I think it's got to be on a case-by-case basis. Certainly, the organizations will use it to the best of their abilities.
But if it helps the game, helps the players stay healthy, gives teams a better compass on how to use the players, I'm all for it.
Me too, Kev. Me too.
And George kicks to Anthony. Shot to stop the drought. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, you could feel the clock ticking for Melo's time in New York, and this offseason, it finally ended, Greg.
Yeah, and for a team like this to add Melo to the mix, what a blessing. I mean, Melo still has a ton of offense to offer, and hard to add a player so skilled as Melo for practically nothing.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Anthony. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
And so here's Cleveland. There's the pick. Doris, some people are pushing for Holcomb Rucker to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. What do you think are the chances of that happening?
You know, I think contributions to the game take many shapes and forms, Kevin. And obviously, Rucker Park is one of the most identifiable places in the history of the game. If you're a city basketball player, you know Rucker Park. You tried to prove your bona fides there. So if the committee believes Mr. Rucker is worthy, I am all for it.
The Cavaliers lead by 22. Outside Corver. Inside. Here's Zizic. It's rebounded by Eustace. Eustace has got his third rebound on the night. Kicks it to Westbrook. Launches a three. And it's Westbrook again missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46, 47%. Trying his luck deep. The shot off that time, and the Thunder going the other way now. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Now, here's Westbrook. Anthony's shot is off.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Another miss by Westbrook.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
LeBron kicks to Corver. Back to LeBron. LeBron has doubled. Of course, we know coaches need to win to keep their jobs. They need great players to win, which falls on the shoulders of a general manager. So why are more coaches fired for poor team performance than GMs, you think?
You know, I think what's fascinating to me, and this is a supposition I've heard other broadcasters talk about, which I believe should be instituted. Instead of just showing the coach's record on national broadcast, why don't we include the record of the GM? Because the coaches are not ultimately responsible unless they're responsible for their jobs, which we do see on occasion. But to me, the general manager has a significant role to win-loss record, and both should be included.
And maybe when the owner says, hey, I'll pick the coach, and it affect you, but if you pick the coach, you're tied with that coach. You're joined at the hip.
Great point. Great point.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
The first one falls.
You know, Mark, a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams is checked in for Johnson. Paul George comes in for Eustace. And Ferguson subbed in for Alex Abrinas. Both free throws good from Anthony. And here is Hill. An All-Star Weekend fan favorite, certainly, Doris. We all love it as broadcasters, fan. But are there any changes you might like to make in any event or the weekend overall?
Well, I think one thing that would be fascinating to me is to see the best players, for instance, the Klay Thompsons, the Steph Currys, those people, the best shooters in the participate in that particular three-point contest. Back to Larry Bird walked in the locker room and said, who's coming in second tonight? Like, those are great. We can't get enough of our stars. I'd like to see the stars have to participate in at least one of that.
Good thoughts. Now, here is Hill. After LeBron James miss. Green, the pass to Smith. Cleveland moving the ball around. The screen from Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Shot to end this cold run. Stolen by George.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big time dominance, and this is going to the record books as a Cavalier win for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of all-out offense tonight. This is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
Important this season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, was indeed another big game tonight for LeBron.
But guys, this guy has been a handful all night long. His scoring really propelled them. And no matter what the matchup was, what scheme they tried to use, they could not keep this guy in check.
Looking at it now for the Cavaliers. Nance is just checked in for Tristan Thompson. Korver comes in for James. And it's Clarkson in for Hill. And so Atlanta nails Colton. Doris, we know there's a lot of trash talking on the court. Some of it is unfriendly, some of it not so much. Just kind of playing around. When you consider comments going over the line.
Well, given that I'm not necessarily privy to exactly everything that's said, I imagine much of it not EPG-rated. I would say that's an issue for the player to decide. If you step over the line, you're going to feel me in some way, shape, or form.
I don't know that we've ever had time in any professional sport, but in particular, the NBA, where there has been a real feeling of community among players. I mean, I think in the old days, there was genuine hatred, there's some of that now. But there is really a feeling like we are all in this together.
Maybe too much so.
Maybe too much so.
I enjoy watching Larry Bird, who is supposed to be amongst the best trash get into the head of the player. Draymond Green is the current iteration of perhaps the best trash talker. I say, let's let him yap a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
He's taking Kevin Durant's place in that regard, I think. Now, here's Clarkson. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time out courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, LeBron. What was the defense and focus individually and as a team? How do you think you guys execute?
It's our team that's so quick, but that's a good job by all of the defensively, and it's always good to get a win.
Road wins do tend to be more precious. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.